Hey people, welcome to the Funhouse and thank you for joining me for this movie reaction commentary to an absolute classic, Beverly Hills Cop. Now this film has a very special place in my creative world. In fact, it is one of the cornerstones of my inspiration as a filmmaker. So I'm excited to get into this and share my passion, my insights and knowledge about this film. Anyway, let's not waste any more time and get right into it. Kick back, relax and enjoy the ride as we watch Beverly Hills Cop. Dynamic duo, Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer. There we go, Beverly Hills Cop. It's a great start we have here. I love this little montage at the beginning. You know, ever since I was a kid, I always wondered, where are these people now? And I still do. Yeah, this with this guy here and this woman. There's a story there. There's a story. Yeah, I love this montage. You just see a story upon story being told. It's so cool. And I love that one. That's a whole film on its own. The way he's just hunched over, smoking, the little plastic bag next to him. That's a story right there. Good energy to kick this film off. And then I think this was the very first scene shot for this film. And obviously this film was directed by Martin Brest.
No problem.
Now tell me something, fella. What's going on? Shit. No, I ain't got no more minutes. Here, check this out. I want you to see something. This is a federal tax stamp. You can't beat that. You can't get no cleaner than that.
So why don't you keep it going to business yourself if it's such a great fucking deal?
I would, man, but I ain't from Detroit.
So yeah, this film was directed by Martin Brest, and he went on to do Meet Joe Black, Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino. Meet Joe Black starred Anthony Hopkins, Brad Pitt. There was Midnight Run, but I tried to watch Midnight Run, but I didn't take to it.
Nah, they stiff you, because I want my money, man.
Take the $2 fucking grand, and on the next score, I promise I'll make it up to you.
Hey, look, man, don't jerk me off, all right, man? Jerk somebody.
So the story goes that Martin Brest, the director, he didn't want to do this film, but Don Simpson and Jerry Bruckheimer, they wanted him. And so he flipped a coin, and that's how he decided to do this film. And he made a classic. So now he has the coin that he did that with framed in his office on the wall.
The truck, it just stopped, man. It just stopped.
Hey, don't I know you from someplace?
Nah, man, that ain't me. I'm from Buffalo.
Both of you guys, break out some ID.
Let's get
So this is Eddie Murphy's second biggest film. His first biggest film. The one that put him on the map was 48 Hours. So if you don't know, this film was originally meant to star Sylvester Stallone. Well, I wouldn't say originally, but at some stage he wrote the script, a version of the script, and he was going to star in it. The character of Michael Tandino, played by James Russo, that was going to be his brother, and Jenny Summers was going to be his love interest in the film. I saw two conflicting reasons why he left the project, but that's not supposed to happen, by the way. That car, it shouldn't have whipped around like that in front of the truck. That burgundy car that was supposed to just get hit and pushed off to the side, but it whipped around. But the stunt driver's soldier. But if you want to see, well, it's not exactly the same thing. Cobra is actually what this film could have been. So Martin Brest actually took a very improvisational approach to this. And so there's a lot of improvisation. Of course, it's Eddie Murphy. When you get someone like that, you just let them go. Let them go, direct them, guide them, but let them go. Let them do their thing. And here we have Paul Weiser.
I heard you got caught up haggling for money.
He went on to do films like Aliens, James Cameron, iconic character, corporate scumbag, and obviously he was in Beverly Hills Cop 2. But you know, he's got a long CV.
Hey, boss, I know what you're going to say, but
You mind telling me where the fuck you come off going undercover?
And this is Gilbert Hill. This guy was a real life head of homicide. Then he went on to be on the city council, and then he actually ran for mayor. He didn't win, but he ran for mayor. He's the real deal, man.
The chief called the deputy chief just chewed my ass out. You see?
Listen to his delivery. He's not an actor, and he's next to Eddie Murphy. And the note that Martin Brest had was that he felt like Gilbert Hill was Eddie Murphy's father. And so it works. It's such a good dynamic because it does feel like he has authority over Axel Foley. Like there's an endearing quality to their relationship. Yeah, it really does feel like a father figure.
Boss, the chief ain't chew it all out. You still got my ass there.
Don't fuck with me, Axel. Not now. Go on.
And that, you see, the way Axel Foley carries his pistol at the back, tucked in his waistband, that was inspired by him. And here we have James Russo, another guy with a long CV. And I remember I saw him in Django Unchained, and I was like, oh. You know, like I said, this film has a very special place in my heart. So seeing him here and then seeing him all those years later in Django, that was a big deal for me. He's the slaver at the beginning of Django. And it's funny because him and the guy he started next to, James Remar, they both starred in Eddie Murphy films. So we have James Russo here, and James Remar is in 48 Hours. He plays Gans, the main villain in that.
Yeah, this is your laundry.
And there we have Jonathan Banks.
You lost? No.
With his nonchalant, kind of lazy line delivery. And we know him. He went on to be in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, playing Mike Ehrmantraut. Mind you, I like Better Call Saul more.
I swear, if you ever show your face out there again, ever.
I won't.
Yeah, we knew that was coming. Boom.
How do you know it was a professional hit?
Just don't do a damn thing. Stay out of this.
I got some vacation time coming to me. I want to take my vacation now.
But if you decide to butt into this case, it'll be the longest vacation you ever heard of.
I always love this little montage here. Well, not little, but I've always loved this montage. Oh yeah, this cracks me up. Look at her. She's looking at He's like, huh? No chance. No chance. And here we have Steven Berkoff.
How you doing? Have to ask you.
Veteran actor. Even at this point, this guy done so much. He was even in, I think it was several times as well, but he was in my most memorable appearance by him in this context, which is Star Trek. He was in Deep Space Nine in one of my favorite episodes called Business as Usual. He was an arms dealer, and he was running guns through Quark's holosuites.
Gentlemen, would you please show Mr. Foley to the door?
Hey, take it easy.
Yo, man, get the fuck off! Get off!
And there's a simplicity to this film, the way it's shot, because when Tony Scott got on board, which I actually like number 2 more than this.
Hey, I'm fucking somebody else.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Yeah, this has more of a kind of a simple, diffuse look to it.
Did you see this shit?
Please move to the side of the car and put your hands on the hood.
Wow, what's with you guys?
You heard what he said, sir. Do it right now, please.
So if you see these guys the way they look, Martin Brest cast them because he wanted them to be unrealistic. He didn't want them to look like real cops. He just, it's a fantasy. Yeah, so these guys, he cast them purposely to look like surfer Beach Boys, which they probably were, and they did this on the side. So another cool little thing here, this Beverly Hills Police Department office is not based on anything real. So they couldn't get shooting permission to go into the real Beverly Hills Police Department. Martin Brest, he had designs from another film he worked on, which was called War Games. Actually, he got booted off the project, and so he kept the designs, and he felt like he'd given too much of the designs, so he just brought it in here. He said, okay, I can't get access to the police department, so I'm going to bring this in.
I just got off the phone with an Inspector Todd in Detroit. Does that name ring a bell? He tells me you may not be very welcome back there. He tells me if we inform him you are working on this case, he'll have you brought up on charges and fired.
I'm on vacation.
Vacation. Rosewood.
By the way, when I was a kid, I knew every line in this film. I could recite this film. And the second one.
Axel, you look like a hoodlum. You're carrying a gun. I mean, if you barged into my office and I didn't know you, I'd throw you out.
Is this your car?
Is this your car?
I remember you used to drive that crappy blue Chevy Nova. What are you driving now?
Same crappy blue Chevy Nova.
And that's the irony in cinematic stories. You have Axel Foley with his crappy blue Chevy Nova, and he's thrust into this glamour and chic and opulence in Beverly Hills.
He has been for 10 years.
So think about that if you're a screenwriter. Or should I say a beginning screenwriter? After a while, you start developing your own voice and your own traits. Irony is a good thing. One of the great ironic film titles is Back to the Future. That is awesome. Back to the Future. The irony. Okay, so here we have the classic gag coming up. The old banana in the tailpipe. There he is. This is, of course, he looks so different. It's Damon Wayans. Some really nice sequences. And this script was being written the whole way through. It was held together by like staplers or something. It was just pages just stuck together. It's been redone so many times. Here it is.
How you doing? You come
How
in
you
for a second,
doing?
please? Hi. Do you have a match?
There's no smoking in here.
I'm not gonna smoke. Not gonna smoke when I go outside. Is your supervisor here?
What's the problem?
Are you security here?
Yeah.
Then you're the fucking problem. Go get your supervisor, please. Now. Now!
It's all about confidence, guys. If you believe it, they'll believe it. I love the way he flashed the badge as well.
Can I help you?
Are you the supervisor here?
Yes, who are you?
I'm Inspector Rafferty, United States Customs Service. How can a black man, dressed like me, walk into the bonded area and start poking around without anyone asking me any questions whatsoever?
Well, I don't know.
So why don't you guys just give me your ID numbers because somebody's gonna lose their job behind this. This guy gave me a match for Christ's sake.
He did give him a match.
Security checks all over the nation. And with the exception of Cleveland, this place...
Ooh, little jab at Cleveland there.
We're gonna check the background of each and every crate, starting with this one right here.
You know, it says here that
Okay.
by the time the average American is 50, he's got 5 pounds of undigested red meat in his bowels.
Why are you telling me this? What makes you think I have any interest in that at all?
Well, you eat a lot of red meat.
Okay, that scene there, that scene was why Judge Reinhold and John Ashton got the part. So in the audition, Martin Brest said, improvise. So he brought in duos. He didn't do single audition, he did duos, just to see what the chemistry was like. And it was their turn, and that's what Judge Reinhold did, and that's what won them the role. And it made its way into the film.
Don't get upset, Inspector. We'll give you everything you need. Right, guys?
Everything you need.
That's not my Porsche, no, sir. I don't know whose it is.
Well, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Taking for some kind of fool. Hurry up, quicker.
Detective Foley, this is becoming very irritating. Why are you bothering Victor Maitland?
I had a friend named Michael Tandino that used to work for Victor Maitland. Maitland had him killed. I can't prove that right now, but when I do, you'll be the first to know.
Forget what you can prove. Talk to me.
Foley's on the grounds.
Get some people out there right away.
So yeah, Martin Brest was always nervous about shooting action, but I feel like he did a good job. Some of it is a little bit, it's a bit flawed, but it's fine. It serves the film, you know? Like the bit where Axel elbows the guy in the face in the strip club, you can see there's a little bit of a gap there between his face and his elbow. And he sort of sets up the shot, captures the action, as opposed to making the camera move during the action. He just kind of captures the action in a static position.
You know what I keep thinking about? You know the end of Butch Cassidy?
So if you're listening in 2077 or something, that was a reference to a film called Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, which you should go and watch it if you can. And at the end of the movie, the two main characters are faced with this Bolivian army, like he says. It doesn't turn out too well for Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. So by referencing that, Taggart is just like, I'm going to kill you. And this is a beautiful death. Look at that. Did he really die? Because that was a good-ass death. So, here we go. We got the hand cannon.
Axel!
So yeah, this finale is a little bit, it's fine. It's fine.
Freeze!
So you see the sequence there, you know? He had her in a hold and he had the gun to her head, so her just kind of elbowing him. There's so much good about this film that, you know, those little details, you can let them slide.
Very good.
Great.
So yeah, for me, Beverly Hills Cop 2 has a better finale.
What the hell's going on here?
Oh, shit.
What's this man doing here?
Bleeding, sir.
Roswood?
Well, he isn't actually in custody, sir.
Place him in custody. Would you like me to do it?
Wouldn't you like to hear my report first, sir?
So I like this little touch here where the Beverly Hills Cops have taken some stuff from Axel Foley, the former street kid, the guy with the crappy blue Chevy Nova.
Detective Foley was at the time cooperating in a joint Beverly Hills, Detroit investigation of narcotics trafficking, responding to Miss Summers' report, proceeding with Detective Foley present only as an observer, and proceeded to enter the grounds. And in the course of defending ourselves, we shot several suspects, including Mr. Maitland.
You were lying your ass off.
Why don't you go to the hospital and get your shoulder looked at?
How you doing? I'm actually fully checking out a suite 1035.
Okay, there you go.
One moment, sir. I'll get your bill.
Director cameo. That was Martin Brest.
Hey! Guys, y'all didn't have to come down to see me off, but I'm very moved by the gesture.
Here, let me take this. Just rest that arm. Billy, take care of the tab, would you?
You're not gonna say goodbye?
Why ain't you guys gonna tell me to the city limits anyway?
Yes, we are.
I figured you would. I was thinking about stopping off and getting something to drink, though.
Yeah, we sort of figured you would.
Does that mean you guys are gonna join me?
I don't think so, Axel. We're still on duty.
Well, I don't think one beer's gonna kill us, Billy.
One drink's not gonna kill us.
Where we going, anyway?
Another perfect place. You guys will love it. Trust me.
Right, so Martin Brest really hates that that freeze frame at the end. I think he had to negotiate something. He was like, okay, I want to do this. And then they were like, okay, well, if you do that thing, you need to put a freeze frame at the end. I don't mind it. For me, it's very of the time. Yeah, let me know your favorite Eddie Murphy movie, if you have one, or if there's a ranking you have. There's one I really like called The Distinguished Gentleman. No one talks about that, but I love that one. Okay, guys, and that was Beverly Hills Cop. Hope you had fun watching along with me. You should know I intend to do more of these reaction commentary videos for the foreseeable future, so watch this space. Feel free to drop any knowledge, any insights you may have about this film in the comment section. Once again, guys, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
They're not just regular cops. They're super cops. And the only thing missing on these guys are capes.